You cannot trust a man who is under the control of a woman, or guys, any men in your life who will cower to women. They can't be trusted in any other area in life, because that's a weakness. They'll always break there. That means they'll sell you down the river to make you look bad for a woman. They'll go behind your back if you're with somebody and tell them things like that's those kind of men do that. You can't. That's a dangerous place. Those guys will ruin your life just like a crazy woman would. I promise you, they can't be trusted in any area: business, social, recreation. Like if you're working out with them, like God, I have such a disdain, and I have it's a bit of a pity and sympathy for these guys, but I can't do it. I don't invite people like that into my life.
Well, I was just trying to think, why has it gotten that way? I think, what's the old saying? Hard times make strong men make good times make soft men. And I think about that. I make the joke. Of course, I don't want a war because I have 5 sons that are about age to go.
Yeah, right.
But we need a war. We don't have all these people. They got too much time. They have no challenges. We as men need challenges. And there's a very small percentage of men, and I would say probably us here, that actually go out and look for challenges and create challenges. So the rest of these people, the masses, they need challenges thrown upon them, or they're looking for something to fight about, like the pronouns. I'll just throw that one out there. I won't say too much about that. You got to be careful. Some of those things, they're looking for something, and they want to be different. They want to be a special snowflake instead of going out there and working their butt off, or being a boxing or playing football or lifting weights or whatever. They want to just say they're this or say they're that, and then the opposition comes because it's not, I won't say normal, it's different. I'll say it that way. So people don't like it. So then they have a challenge. I mean, but they're creating challenges, or creating mountains out of molehills. I really don't know how to say it for lack of a better word, but we need challenges. We need adversity. We need risk to grow. I don't know about you guys, but I've grown more when I went through extremely difficult times. I got a situation now where I'm working on this house. I got another home. And it's just like, I look at it and I'm thinking, oh, God, this is overwhelming. I'm never going to get it done. But I make myself just work. But I know eventually, because persistence is omnipotent. So eventually, if I keep going just like everything else in my life, the hard times, I'll get to the end of that. But that's a challenge I put myself up to. A challenge most people wouldn't take because it's just so much of doing this old 1880 home. But I love doing that. But sometimes it's like, but we don't have that. Kids don't climb trees. They got to have their helmet on. They got to have their shin guards on. They're soft because they don't get hurt. They need to risk.
There used to be rites of passage into manhood, and that is all but dissolved. Like you said earlier about, tell her how you feel, be vulnerable. They turn in men into women. They essentially are. This is why you see men shooting up schools, and men were not built to process and be led by our emotions. This is where men get confused, depressed, anxious. When we don't process that shit. What do we respond to? The very thing that you said. We respond to challenge, adversity, purpose. That's what drives a man. That's what builds a man. That's where a man gets confidence from. We don't get confidence from men whistling at us and taking pictures of our butts. And we don't gain confidence from that, from being lied to by our girlfriends. Oh, girl, you're so pretty. No, we build confidence through struggle, through adversity, through overcoming, solving problems, and making shit happen. That's where we build confidence, purpose, self-respect, self-love comes in those moments. And they're lying to men and telling them it's easy. You don't have to do that to be worthy. And that's a lie. That's just a way to keep your guard down. No, you don't need, like, have you seen this campaign of men who have come out against guys who work out and go to the gym, and they say, and that's now a radical right-wing idea. And so there used to be, back in the day, it was rites of passage into manhood. And they still have some, remote tribes that practice these things. But this was a normal thing. Like, you had to go out there and prove yourself a man. You had to go work for that. There were certain rituals. There were certain, like when you got to a certain age and you lived in a rural community in the early 1900s, late 1800s, you had to start going out there with the dad and doing the fucking hard shit on the farm. You had to start going out there learning how to hunt and fish. Like this thing, like within tribes. Like once you became, look at the Spartans. I know that's a bit of an extreme because we're never going to have Spartans again. But like those people were putting warrior gear by the time they 4 or 5 years old. You were trained to be a fucking animal machine killer to defend the tribe. And that's where you derived your purpose and you earned that manhood. And that's
a lot of them died too. Those kids got killed.
Well, yeah, they would, because that was it. They were weeded out of the gene pool. Now look at these pathetic pieces of shit we got walking around. Like I'm telling you,